Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Town Nerdcast. I was about to do the intro to my old podcast. This is still very weird and still very new to me, so please just bear with me on this. And also, I'm trying out a new microphone, so things might be a little different. My wife Casey, she does a YouTube channel, a really awesome YouTube channel, way more popular than what I do over here at the Small Town Nerdcast, or even my previous iteration, the Bry-Fy podcast. But to help make her videos even better, she decided to get a lapel mic. So I wanted to try it out to see how well that works for what I do. And, you know, maybe it would make things a little bit easier, a little more hands-free for me. And if all goes well, maybe this is what I'll switch to in the near future. But that also depends on how well this audio comes out. In fact, I don't even know if you guys will even hear this audio. If it's not really what I like, then you'll never hear this. You'll hear just a normal recording on my usual microphone, the Shure mic that I use. This mic, I don't even know what brand this is. It's like it's not CBD. I don't know why I was going to say CBD. CAD audio, CAD audio. So there you go. There's their free plug from me. So you're welcome, CAD. Anyway, I know what you guys are really here for. You're here for some small town nerd stuff, and what I've been teasing, if you follow me on Twitch or any other social media apps, where sometimes it's at Small Town Nerdcast or Small Town Nerd Podcast. Sometimes, like my Twitch channel, it's at Bry-Fy Pod. So twitch.tv/Bry-Fy Pod. Or is it Bry-Fy Podcast? I can't remember. It's one of those. I'll plug it in my show and stuff, so that way you can find me. And it's on my website at Podbean. Bryfypodcast.podbean.com. I think I'm saying all that right. Anyway, you'll figure it out. Just Google me and you will find me. But yeah, so I've hinted at the small town gossip we were going to talk about for this podcast. So hopefully you guys are ready for that, because oh boy, did things get wild. And I need to get back into this group, because my small town, like in a lot of towns, like on Facebook, have like a town chat group. So like this town Mississippi, this town Louisiana, this town Texas group chat. And sometimes, man, the rawest of the raw come out, and it's like Hell in a Cell, Super Throwdown, and everyone's invited. Like, it's the craziest thing in the world. And this past week, my town threw down over a PS5 that found its way into a pawn shop. And I get what you're thinking. Who the hell takes a PS5, brand new PS5, been out, how long have PS5's been out? Like less than a year maybe, or maybe a year at most, and takes this thing to a pawn shop? My first guess is like an angry spouse, or something like someone who was just like, oh yeah, fuck you, and F your little game box, and whatever the hell it's called. I'm taking this and I'm getting my money's worth. Also, it could be like, you know, a real legit reason, like that person like just needed money real bad, and unfortunately they've made, you know, I've done this in the past. I've made purchases that I thought were great at the time and realized, oh crap, I don't have the money for this. Why did I buy this? And I just need to get cash now. And I guess maybe they bought it from a scalper. Who knows? Like, they couldn't return the PS5, so they decided to find a way to get it to a pawn shop. Either way, that doesn't matter. PS5 is at a pawn shop. Said pawn shop realizes, hey, this is a PS5. This is a hot commodity. Scalpers are selling this for so much, and we kind of like are the only people in this town that has a PS5. You can't get it. Like I've said in my other podcast, Walmart is like the only nerd store that we have here. So can't get a PS5 at a Walmart right now, because as soon as, I don't even think they even go to the shelves. I feel like employees are buying them up right before they even put them on sale. So they're like, this pawn shop's like, well, you know what? we got a hot item here. Well, let's see what we can get out of it. And so they started, well, like, it's not bidding, but they started the bidding at $900, like seeing like, hey, any takers at $900? And my town went ape shit on them, rightfully so. But you know, that's how the free market works. You have a product. You believe this product to be very important to you, and so you decide to let the people judge the price on you. And so, I mean, to be fair, you know, a pawn shop is not like a regular retail store. They're allowed to try to sell items at whatever price they have value for, or they believe they have value for, you know. I mean, I've watched Pawn Stars. I know how this works. And at the same time, the public is free to voice their opinions on said price, which they did. But it gets even juicier, man, because not only is the town ripping into this pawn shop, now you have an alleged employee ripping into the, not a direct quote from them, but basically, without saying it, they called everyone in the town poor for not being able to afford a $900 PS5. And this is not $900 with a PS5 and other cool stuff with it. This is just the PS5 itself, and I think one controller. I didn't even have time to look it up because, believe it or not for $900, but the PS5 did sell for over retail price. I believe, like it would happen, you know, people finally come down, the pawn shop realizes, hey, no one's gonna buy it at this price. They ended up selling the PS5 for $700. But holy crap, at what actual cost this maybe cost the pawn shop in my local town, because you have employees essentially calling townsfolk poor, and now they're like trying to start like their own little hometown riot against this pawn shop. And I haven't noticed anything, but then again, I never see too many people just go into a pawn shop. I'm not like, you know, you show up to a Walmart or an HEB and it's like, oh wow, the store's really busy today. You don't see that at a pawn shop. So it's hard to tell if like boycott pawn shop is really working here. Hashtag boycott, you know, but who knows, man? Maybe the townsfolk did come together. But then again, you know, while I don't live in the largest of towns, there's even fewer people that are on the town's Facebook chat group. So really trying to get these people to rally together, probably not, like, it's not going to be a big deal. So like, but it was fun to watch, and it makes me want to, because, and I wasn't even like first party to all this. It was showing up in my Facebook feed from people tripping over the chat group, and it basically bleeding out into my normal life. And that's how I got involved and how I found out. And people were posting screenshots, and everyone's getting messy. And I'm pretty sure people were calling other people's moms names and shit like that. That's how small towns get, and it's scary, guys. It's real scary. That's why I try to stay off of Facebook and really only keep that app so I can keep track of people's birthdays, and also post my podcast on there to share with the world. So they'll probably see this and see my opinion on it, and then, you know, we'll start a whole new rage quest going again. But like, honestly, I think everything happened as it should, you know, as all things should. People set a price, market deemed that price unacceptable, and person dropped price until someone decided that was an acceptable price, even though it was still like $200 over retail value. But look, I get it. It's hard to get a PS5, and especially in our town where the only place you can get is a Walmart or a scalper, or drive hours away to a bigger town to maybe get a PlayStation 5. Like, I get it. It's not easy. So I understand why someone might try to, or be willing to pay overpriced for these type of goods. Even though I don't agree with it. Maybe you should just be an Xbox owner, because honestly, all things considered in the news here recently, it's looking a lot better for Microsoft and people who have Xboxes Series X or play PC games, like with Xbox Game Pass. Because in the news here recently, and that was a beautiful segue by myself, if I do say so myself, into a bit of some nifty nerd news that came across my plate and everyone's plate. Honestly, this was probably some of the biggest news I've heard in a while. Microsoft is going to acquire Activision Blizzard. So of course, Activision and Blizzard teamed up, and I think there's another company involved with them. I'm not sure, but Xbox is about to purchase them for like $67 billion is that's insane to me. 67. This is like Disney money, right? And Microsoft apparently has Disney money or some shit like that. But I mean, this deal is so huge because one, if you know anything about Activision, you know they have Call of Duty, like one of the biggest first-person shooter franchises tied to them, and now Xbox is about to own the company that makes the game. So, yeah, other news came out that when this deal was announced, Sony's market value actually took a hit in that day. So, and rightfully so, because I mean, let's face it, yeah, Sony's got a lot of, first party games that they put out that are really great, but like everyone and their freaking mom plays Call of Duty. Like there's no like, oh, like everyone's at least tried Call of Duty or like know way more information than they wish they knew about Call of Duty. Like it's kind of like the Marvel of video game world, man. Like love it or hate it, it's here, you know about it, and there's millions of people who love it, despite your opinions on it. Hell, I've played Call of Duty. Like, well, some of my best memories of video gaming, like back in high school, was playing Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, I think it was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and playing online, and me and my friends partying up and doing LAN parties. I mean, we were doing that with Halo 2.
Could you say that again?
Oh, okay, Siri. You just gonna just jump in my conversation like that? Needy little bitch. No. But yeah, like that's some of my fondest memories is playing that game with my friends. And like we even did I'm pretty sure I played Modern Warfare 2. I played, I think, one of the Black Ops. I know I played World at War, and recently I've gotten the remastered original Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4. So like I've been a fan of the series. I've played a lot. Now, granted, I kind of fell off there after, I guess, World at War is really where I fell off. But that's not all Activision is. Like you got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which was a big thing, and another huge game that I played in high school and loved, the Guitar Hero franchise. So maybe Guitar Hero makes a comeback for the next gen consoles. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping. Like it's funny. I don't know what has gotten into me, but I've been craving some Guitar Hero. Like, even though I could actually play a real guitar, kind of, not very good, but I can kind of play a real guitar. And I actually have an electric drum set now that I play along with like my iPod and stuff. I miss like that old fun Guitar Hero stuff, man. Like, it's fun, Casey plays, and it would be fun to get RJ to play with it, and maybe he can learn how to do it, and we can have our own family Guitar Hero band, and maybe I can start making friends again. And we can have parties when everyone's vaccinated and COVID's not a thing. But it's a big deal, man. I honestly say Activision, it's a big deal. And with Blizzard, there comes other stuff. You have World of Warcraft, you have Overwatch, and Microsoft is about to own all of these, which, if you're a PlayStation owner who really likes these games, I doubt Microsoft's going to make them exclusive, but if things got bad between Microsoft and Sony where they were like, I want to kill the other, like, Microsoft could do that, and I think that would hurt Sony a lot. Like, let's face it, man, Call of Duty is a big deal. Like, it's hard for it not to be a big deal. But with Game Pass, it's not only on the consoles, it's on the PC too. And so World of Warcraft, that's a great thing to bring to the PC, and I've been kind of like, I keep looking at games on Game Pass for my computer, and there's still just like the games that I see, I'm like, I could just play this on the Series X. I could just play this on the Series X. Why do I repeat that? I don't know why I repeated. And I did it again. But there are some games like, what is it? Command and Conquer is on there, and I've downloaded that. And I've played a few rounds of Command and Conquer, which is a lot of fun. And so, but there's not too much. I think some of the added games that you have, I think StarCraft is a part of Blizzard, maybe, or Activision. I can't remember if that's one of them, but if you see games like that coming onto the PC, it's definitely going to bring me back. Man, I think you even have like Wolfenstein, or yeah, like Castle Wolfenstein, Altered Beast, like some old school games. I think Pitfall was an Activision game, so like it's just crazy what could possibly be coming to like Xbox Game Pass for free, or well, essentially for free. I mean, you pay for the service, but I might start playing Call of Duty again if I don't have to drop $60 for a game anymore. So that could be a cool thing for me. And then you got, well, I think Warzone's already free, but I'm not a big Warzone or like battle royale type person, so that might not be a part of me. But like the team versus team combat, I'm a big fan of that, so I'm excited to see where that goes. But that's kind of been like the things that I've been up to. I mean, here recently I've been playing a lot of Halo because I'm addicted to Halo, and Halo Infinite's multiplayer has been a lot of fun, although I would like to see more maps here in a short while. But what's been really getting me is these season passes, man. And there's been a lot of fun stuff to unlock with the season passes and just the characters in general. And a lot of it's not locked behind money. Now there's some cosmetic items that you've had to pay for, and trust me, I've done it because I just couldn't pass up cat ears. Okay, forgive me for being in love with cat ears. I just couldn't help myself. And they've got some really cool armor skins that I've done it. I've dropped $8-9 for this stuff. I should have never started. I'm an adult now with adult money, and this is bad. But I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been picking up Pokemon again because Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out soon. What is this? This will be Tuesday the 25th. So game drops Wednesday's 26th, Thursday's 27th. So Friday the 28th is when I can finally start playing Arceus, the new Pokemon game, the open world Pokemon game that I've been just dying to play, and like I've been clamoring for. And hopefully I haven't been watching the YouTube videos of people who have already gotten like physical copies of the game. I've been trying to keep what I see of it very limited because I want to be surprised. I want to stream it. I want to be excited for things, and I want to be surprised by it. And it's hard to do nowadays with the way the internet is and stuff like that. So hopefully things work out well for me. I am hopeful that things will be great. What else is going on, man? Some weird news that I thought was really funny and something I kind of wanted to chat about. There's going to be a Weird Al Yankovic biopic. I mean, what? Queen got theirs. What's his name? Rocket Man. Oh my God, why can't I remember his name? People, I am dying. Rocket Man. I know his name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to have to Google it, which makes me really sad because I shouldn't have to Google this. Oh, I just thought if I said it, it would come to me. And as soon as Elton John. Oh my God. Why could I not? Stab me. Stab me now. Thank God I'm by my computer. But I feel like if I was driving in my car while recording this, I'm at home right now, I would have not forgotten. I would have been on it, and I would have just nailed it for you. But yeah, so Queen gets their biopic. Elton John gets his biopic. Why not Weird Al Yankovic? I mean, this dude has been writing parody music for generations, it feels like. And so why not give him, like, the biopic? Now, to be fair, it's going to be on for Roku Movies, so no one's probably going to see it. Like, it should have been on Disney Plus. But what's even more fantastic about this is that Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, is going to play Weird Al Yankovic. And it's funny because I was like, that is the most bizarre, weirdest thing that could ever happen until I saw a picture of them side by side, and I can see it. You just put long hair on Daniel Radcliffe, and he looks like a younger, more Britishy Weird Al Yankovic. Like, I don't know why, but it just kind of works, man. And I have a good feeling about this. Like, I had a good feeling when I saw Robert Pattinson, like, when they announced that he was going to be the new Batman. And I did a stupid little drawing on my Instagram of putting him in like a Batman cowl and stuff. And I had a good feeling about it. And I still have a really good feeling about Robert Pattinson as Batman. And the movie's not out yet. So, the jury's still out on it. But he's not a bad actor, and I think he's got the chin for it. And so I'm looking at Daniel Radcliffe, and I'm feeling like I'm getting the same feels, man. I'm like, he was born to play this role. Like, he can do it. Daniel Radcliffe is a weird guy, does weird acting, and I love it because it's going to be perfect for Weird Al. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was really all I wanted to talk about this week was small town drama with a PS5, Microsoft making big moves by purchasing other stuff, and then this weird movie with Weird Al Yankovic and Daniel Radcliffe. Really, that's kind of all I've been up to. I started reading some web comics here recently. Like, I read a lot of manga all the time because I have apps that allow me to read manga for free. But also, I use an app called Webtoons, which is fantastic if you love reading and not spending money to read, because Webtoons does have a free version. They do have a paid version, which will give you content sooner than most people. But if you're not about that life, like, hey, let me be super up to date, which I'm not. That's why I was a big fan of Marvel Unlimited, which I'm thinking about getting back into again anyway. But with Webtoons, for free, I can read amazing stories. There are tons of amazing stories on Webtoons. One of the biggest ones and one of my favorites is Lore Olympus, which deals with like Greek gods and the relationship of Hades and Persephone and like all the drama that goes along with it, like told in a more modern atmosphere. So it's a lot of fun. It's great. The artwork on it is fantastic. It's colorful. It's beautiful. There are very extreme like adult themes in there, like sexual. Well, we'll just call it rape because that's what it is, rape. I was trying to think of a different word, but it's still a fantastic story, and there's a reason. It's not just thrown in there just cause, but it's just such a lovely story. And seeing Hades and Persephone interact with each other and the comedy of it and the love and romance of it is fantastic. So it's like one of my favorite stories on Webtoons right now. A guy that I'm friends with, and he's been on my previous podcast before a lot of times, Ben Humanek. He's got a story on there called Waking Life on Webtoons. That's a wonderful, beautiful story, safe for all. It's a great kid's story. It's about a young boy and his dreams coming into the real world, his dream life and his real life intertwining and mixing, and how he deals with that and the adventures that come along with that. So that's a fun story. So Webtoons is great. It's got something for everyone. It's got mature reading. It's got children reading. It's just fantastic. And like I said, it's free. But if you want it to cost money, you can put money into it, There's manga apps that I use. Like I said, I'm thinking about getting back into Marvel Unlimited because me and Casey went into a comic book shop this past weekend and I was completely lost at what was going on. I've been out of comics, at least Marvel and DC comics, for like 2 years, man. I don't think I've read seriously those books in 2 years and no clue what's going on. And so I'm thinking about getting back into it and maybe doing like, a series review or something here and there with the podcast, or maybe weekly do a series review. I don't want these episodes to get too long. What I liked about my previous podcast, which I always bring up, that's what I like about it. I try to keep them short, 30 minutes at most, because I get it. You're important. You got a busy day. You don't need to spend an entire car ride with me or like a whole day at the office with me. 30 minutes, just talking with your friend Brian and hearing about his small town nerd problems and his small town nerd solutions. And so, yeah. But with that being said, we're almost to the 30-minute mark. I think we're at 25 minutes by this point, maybe a little more than that. But I want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast this week, and hopefully the audio sounds great. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe at home. I'm going to play around with, I got like 4 different mics that I can play around with. I have this CAD lapel mic. I have my Shure Lightning mic that just plugs straight into my iPhone. I have 2 different Yeti mics that I can use, and we'll see how that all works and see how much fun that can be. But like I said, thank you for listening. If you want to do more than listen, you can always join me over on Twitch, where I play video games. Right now I've been playing the original Pokemon Red a lot. We just freed the company and all the employees at the Sylph corporation in what is it? Not Lavender Town. Is it wherever Sabrina's gym is? I forget what town that is. But we just freed all of them, took down Giovanni for the 2nd time, so I'm excited to move on there. I'm also playing Halo, and everything over there is twitch.tv/Bry-Fy pod. So definitely can check me out there. Like I said, if you go to bry-fypodcast.podbean.com, you can see all the links to all my stuff, which I have on there. And if you're not following or subscribing, you can find the show on Apple Podcasts. We're almost on TuneIn Radio. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Google. I'm on the Amazon Music. I'm on, of course, Podbean hosts me, and that's a great place to reach me is over on Podbean. So just look up Small Town Nerdcast on Google, and it'll show you to all my links. And also, if you don't have time to just sit on a Twitch stream to watch me stream video games, you can always head over to YouTube, where, hey, if you don't like using podcast apps, my podcasts are being posted on YouTube as well. So you can go back, listen. It does a little graphic on there, so you can watch something while you got me playing in the background. I also have stream highlights, so if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to sit for a whole stream, you can sit there for like 1 to 3 minutes, depending on how much content I got from the stream, of just a little highlight reel of what was going on and how my son was probably harassing me that whole time. And so hopefully you have a lot of fun with that. I know I have a lot of fun doing this, and we'll just chit chat with you guys later. And that's it for the Small Town Nerdcast. See ya. Still don't have an outro for you. Sorry.